We want to talk a little bit about Duke Ellington because on the 29th of April, he would have been 100 years old. And everywhere you look, there's an article about Duke Ellington. On the cover of Emerge magazine, you do an interview on Duke Ellington. Talk to us a little bit about your experience with the Duke.
Well, Duke Ellington, when I was a kid, I used to go to the Howard Theater in Washington, D.C., and every week they would have a different jazz band. Jimmy Lunceford, Tiny Bradshaw, Cab Calloway, Duke Ellington, Cal Pacey, and so forth. So I was so impressed. I heard all these other bands, and Ellington never came. You know, you'd hear Fats Waller, you hear different bands and so forth. Finally, Duke Ellington showed up one year, and so everybody, you know, this is a big deal for us. This guy is internationally famous. He played for the Kings and Queens and all that stuff. And usually when the band would start to play, there would be an announcement here, ladies and gentlemen, the so-and-so, Jimmy Lunceford Band, whatever, and the band would start playing, and they would be hitting it. It would be very exciting and everything. Duke Ellington's show, this very quiet voice said, and now, ladies and gentlemen, the internationally famous Duke Ellington and his orchestra. And the stage, the curtain opened, and you couldn't see anything. I mean, it was dark on the stage, but you could hear the music. It was very quiet. They were playing. And a spotlight hit the three guys that were playing. It was very dramatic, you know. And I was thinking, wow, this is, you know, this is different. And then the band played. Everything they played seemed to have just a unique quality that was different from what other people did.
You had a very special experience with Duke. And that one time when he was playing, was it at Birdland?
It was Birdland, yeah.
And you were the house pianist there, but he kind of pointed you out. Tell us about that.
It was a hard job because Duke Ellington was hot at that time. He had Louis Bellson playing drums with him, and just a great band. And so the finale of the show was Louis Bellson playing this tremendous drum solo, and he played and played, and people were standing up screaming. It was so exciting. And so, you know, with this kind of ovation, normally everybody says thank you very much and walks off stage. Well, all of the musicians left the stage. I mean, they took the bow, left it. Duke stood there, accepted the applause and so forth, and he said, Louis Bellson loves you madly. Johnny Hodges loves you madly. He went through the entire roster of the band, and while he's talking, the sound of the room, instead of screaming as people were doing, kind of quieted down. People sat down, and you could hear the room becoming quieter and quieter. As it became very quiet, he then said, ladies and gentlemen, there's a young man from my hometown that I would like to listen to, and I'm sure you would. Please give a big hand to Mr. Billy Taylor. And, well, hey, I mean, this is a superstar. All he had to do was walk off the stage, you know. And so, but giving me that kind of introduction, people paid attention to what I did, and it was really a very wonderful boost from someone that I know.
The highlight of your career, 50-year career?
Yeah, absolutely.